Good morning everyone. Good morning sir. Yes, I am Marco B. Cabiles from BCMT2 LNet, and this is my video presentation about the week 14 assessment. The general procedure for ballast water management. Regardless of the specific standard, D1 or D2, a ship is following all ships engaged in international voyages must adhere to these foundational procedures. 1. Onboard documentation. Carry a valid international ballast water management certificate. Maintain an approved ballast water management plan or BWMP specific to the ship. This plan details safety procedure, designated management method, D1 or D2 tank stripping procedures, and crew training. Keep ballast water record book to accurately record every ballast water operation, uptake, treatment if applicable, exchange, and discharge. Minimizing uptake, avoid taking on ballast water in areas known to be contaminated. Avoid taking on ballast water in shallow water or during dredging operation where bottom sediments containing dormant organisms are likely to be present. Sediment management. Regularly remove sediment from ballast tanks. Sediments accumulate and can harbor viable organisms and pathogens even if water is treated or exchanged. The BWMP specifies the sediment removal procedures. Regulation D1. D1 is initial transitional standard that relies on the difference in biological conditions between coastal waters and the open ocean to kill or render organism harmless. D1 procedure. Exchange location. The exchange must be conducted at least 200 nautical miles from the nearest land. The water depth must be at least 200 meters. If meeting these criteria is unsafe or impossible, the exchange must occur as far from land as possible, and in all cases at least 50 nautical miles from the nearest land and in water at least 200 meters deep. Exchange number 2, exchange efficiency requirement. Achieve at least 95% volumetric exchange of the ballast water. Number 3, exchange methods. Sequential method, flow down, then flow up. The ballast tank is first emptied and completely or as close as to 100% as possible by pumping out existing coastal water, then refilled with open ocean water. Safety and stability must be continuously monitored during process. Follow through method, pumping through open ocean water continuously into a full ballast tank, allowing the original water to overflow. Pumping through 3 times the volume of the ballast tank is considered to meet 95% volumetric exchange standard. Dilution method. Open ocean water is fed into the top of the tank while water is recharged from the bottom simultaneously constant water level. Recording. Record start, end times, and amount of water. Ballast water record book. We are now at the D2, Ballast Water Performance Standard. D2 is the final permanent standard that is mandatory for all ships according to a progressive implementation schedule, which is now largely complete. It requires a physical treatment of the ballast water. D2 compliance with D2 is achieved by installing and operating a type-approved ballast water management or BWMS treatment. Number 1, treatment system installation and approval. The ship must be fitted with a BWMS and type approved by the Flag Administration based on IMO guidelines. Number 2, uptake ballasting procedure. Ballast water is taken on its first pass through filtration stage to remove larger organisms and sediments, and then through the primary disinfection stage of the BWMS or the UV treatment, electrochlorination, and chemical injection. The system must be fully operational during the entire uptake process. Number 3, voyage procedure. Any residual retreatment and maintaining a minimum active substance level must be managed specified with the BWMP. Number 4, last but not the least, discharge or deballasting procedure. Before discharge, neutralizing stage is often required if the BWMS chemicals active substance to ensure the discharge water does not hurt environment. And that's all. Thank you. Once again, I am Marco B. Cabiles I'm Base MT2 Elnat, and this is my Marine B Week 14 presentation.